The Enchanted Scroll, the Blacksmith's Journey. Our tale begins in the heart of a vibrant medieval village during the bustling market day. The air was thick with the chatter of villagers, the calls of merchants peddling their wares, and the clatter of horse-drawn carts over cobblestone. Amidst the hustle and bustle, a mysterious figure stood out. Concealed beneath a hooded cloak, they held a beautifully crafted scroll, its parchment adorned with intricate symbols that glowed with a soft, ethereal light. Among the crowd, the village blacksmith, a burly man known for his strength and kind heart, was intrigued by the enchanting artifact. He approached the figure, curiosity sparkling in his eyes. After a brief exchange, he purchased the scroll, drawn by an unexplainable pull towards it. In the solitude of his forge, the blacksmith unrolled the scroll. As he did so, a soft, warm light radiated from the parchment, illuminating the dimly lit workshop. He stared in awe at the swirling symbols that seemed to dance before his eyes.
Who, or what are you?
He asked, his voice echoing in the workshop. To his surprise, the scroll responded in a soft, melodious voice that filled the room.
I am an enchantress, trapped in this scroll by an evil sorcerer. Help me break this curse, and I will grant you a single wish.
The blacksmith spent the night pondering the enchantress's request. Could he undertake such a quest? Did he dare to hope for a wish? As the sun rose, he made up his mind.
I will help you, enchantress. This curse is unjust,
He declared, a steely determination in his eyes. The blacksmith's decision marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey. Driven by his innate sense of justice and the tantalizing promise of a wish, he prepared to face the challenges that lay ahead. The journey was fraught with peril. The blacksmith faced riddles, enchanted creatures, and dangerous lands. With each challenge, he relied on the enchantress's wisdom and his own courage. The bond between them grew, their partnership proving vital to their survival. After days of travel and countless trials, they reached their destination, the sorcerer's lair. A dark and ominous castle that towered over them, a daunting testament to the power of the sorcerer who had cursed the enchantress. The blacksmith, his resolve unwavering, confronted the sorcerer. His voice echoed through the castle's vast hall, challenging the sorcerer and vowing to free the enchantress. A fierce battle ensued. The blacksmith, guided by the enchantress's voice, used his cunning and courage to counter the sorcerer's magic. The castle shook with the power of their clash. With a final, determined effort, the blacksmith defeated the sorcerer. As the sorcerer fell, a brilliant light enveloped the scroll. The light pulsed and swirled, growing brighter until, with a final burst, it faded. In the place where the scroll had once been, stood the enchantress. Free at last, she looked at the blacksmith with gratitude in her eyes.
I wish for the prosperity of my village.
The blacksmith said, his voice firm and steady. The enchantress, moved by the blacksmith's selflessness, granted his wish. A wave of her hand, and a golden light swept over the village. When the blacksmith returned to his village, he was greeted by the cheers of his fellow villagers. The village had transformed overnight. The crops were bountiful, the wells were full, and everyone was healthy and happy. With the village prosperous, the enchantress bid farewell to the blacksmith, promising to return if ever they needed her help. As she disappeared into the horizon, the blacksmith felt a sense of contentment. He had not only freed an enchantress and ensured the prosperity of his village, but also forged an unlikely friendship. And so, our tale comes to an end. We leave the blacksmith, working under the glow of the setting sun, his heart filled with satisfaction and the knowledge that he had made a difference. Good night, dear villagers. Sleep under the protection of your blacksmith and the enchantress.